6:30, because 6:15 is an odd time.
We're just trying to
Did
get
it say
our
6:15
close
or
up shop.
put 6 on? I came from the bottom.
So you either kind of be late.
Oh, we're early.
15 minutes.
Hi, Chris. Do you know
Chris,
Chris?
how you doing?
Nice to
We haven't
meet
met
you.
yet.
And you know Virginia?
Oh, okay.
Hey, Kyle.
I know this person. I unfortunately know a lot of these players. How are you?
Players.
We used to be on the
Did you
board.
like it? She caught on to that.
Yeah.
I'm
He's a
gonna have
nice
a
player.
baby coming in about 30 minutes, but I'll leave.
You were gonna ask us to change diapers and stuff like that.
Hey, I've gotten pretty darn good at it.
But make sure she says hi to everybody.
She is
first,
so
which
stinking cute.
is- She's
Oh,
very,
she never misbehaves,
very
ever.
No.
Sure, Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
she doesn't.
But she's so much
I've
fun.
seen her wink once,
Really?
like wink. Not like that much
But she's
wink.
not kind of one of those kids, well, maybe at home she is, but it's kind of like, I'm going to do it my way. She looks at you and she
You
goes,
said she's not one of those?
well, no, some of those
She's
kids,
that kid.
is she? Well, around her, she kind of looks at it and she goes towards it and kind of looks at that look in your eye as to,
I've
can
already,
I or can't I?
I've already
Regina,
started
how old is your daughter?
to in.
She never misbehaves either, does she?
They're too young to really misbehave, at least now. Hey. Hi.
Hi.
Sorry, we're a minute late. No, have a seat. Is someone sitting there?
So-
Oh, right over there.
She likes
too.
to text.
Just sit right at the head of the table.
Well, that's how they figure this stuff out, right?
Yeah.
So usually multiple choice or true or false. Test.
Wait, I didn't read any books.
Are we taking minutes or just videoing?
No, we're gonna take minutes of whatever action items we need to do. So. Okay, well, why don't we get started?
Sure.
Since we are here. Why don't we just take a second to just go around the room and introduce each ourselves to each other?
We do
Oh.
have one more
Oh.
free seat there.
Okay, do we need more? Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Have a seat.
Do we have more folding chairs?
No,
I know Nancy's due to come.
What's that?
Michelle.
Oh, yeah, that was my stuff.
You can grab that chair out of your office. Hi, how are you? Good, good, good. Great, great, great. Here's another, two. We good? Okay, great. Okay, well, I'm Carla Shapuri, and I'm on the downtown board. Chris?
Chris, Olivia Lang.
And on the downtown board.
On the board.
Marina Custer from the Downtown Association.
Marie Schmidt-Roth with Petaluma Market and the Downtown Association Board.
Ross Jones, Jones Architecture on the downtown board.
Ann Heatley, Port Sea Fish and Chips.
Oh, I love that.
I'd love to hear that.
Originally, I would be Lanny. Sarah Godsey, who's from Maine.
Sean Payne with the Pacific Union Real Estate and board member for the Downtown Association.
Kyle Weston, Residential Planning, Commercial Street, and on the board.
Great.
Will Mendoza.
Oh, sorry, Will, sorry, Will.
I couldn't recognize his beard.
Oh, yeah, nice to meet you.
Incognito.
I own Lala's Creamery, and I used to be on this board a long time ago.
Yes, you
In town.
I like Lala's too.
Thank you.
It's good, great. Well, this is our first BID advisory committee meeting that we're gonna have, and it will be, we're currently having it scheduled the second Wednesday of each month, at least for the foreseeable future, and then we'll determine if we need to go to quarterly or if we want to continue monthly. And this came up as a direct result of issues coming up with a variety of merchants and concerns about how the BID monies were being spent. And the net of the whole informational sessions that we had was, the bottom line is that we weren't doing a very good job of communicating out what we were doing, how we were doing it, and also soliciting advice and direction from various merchants. So what we're doing today is we're gonna record the meeting, and we're going to put it on our website. And Sean is responsible directly for the communication of all the BID information that's gonna be happening in town. So we appreciate you doing that.
I don't know how that happened.
Yes, we volunteered. Well,
Yeah,
we know how
sure.
that happened. Okay, so what I did was, Joanne usually chairs this meeting, but she had another event tonight, so I told her I'd chair for her. But we wanted to take a look at the 2014 proposed BID expenditures, so we can determine how we want to look at those. And then I pulled together all of the questions that came up from our last meeting that we had. They don't all have to be addressed tonight, and some of them are, for example, this first item is to develop a survey after each major event. Obviously, we're not going to do a survey until we have the event. But I didn't want to lose track of the questions that came up from our last meeting. So with that, we have attached a copy of the proposed budget for 2014. And the one thing that we are going to need, hey Stacy. The one thing is that we need assistance from the merchants, and we also need help with determining what is the best approach. And then the advisory committee will report to the downtown board during its normal meeting times. So, okay?
And Michelle says it.
Great.
I need a motion.
I've outgrown your house, Marie.
Yeah.
That's okay.
And
more the better.
That's right, absolutely, which is what we want.
You
so.
can
I
Yeah.
told you, Sean, back there, I have it.
Huh?
Okay, can I share the agenda with you? Stacy, do you or Stacy?
I'll
just I'll share her.
I'll just
Thank you.
more. Yes, okay.
We still have an empty seat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just so that we have it. Okay, so we have the
Nothing
proposed,
personal.
we have the proposed budget for 2014. And there's been a lot of discussion about, hey Michelle, how are you? Here's a seat over here.
Okay.
Over
You're
here.
supposed to come, right?
Yeah.
Where's the committee?
No, this is a good turnout.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so let's take a look at the proposal for 2014. Now, again, this is based on our expectation of how much money we're going to actually bring in. And everybody needs to remember that none of the billings have gone out yet because the whole BID billing was postponed, what, 60 days?
Until it's
basically.
approved, it can't go out.
Right, and so it's going to city council again, February 20, the last, yeah, this month, and then presuming that, is there another approval process
No.
after that, or that's it? Okay, so that the billing can go out, after the next meeting, presuming it gets approved. Now, the issue is that, the city used to bill the BID directly to all merchants. And then the city, unbeknownst to us, hired an outside vendor to do the billing about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. And we're currently under contract with them, so one of the goals of the BID this year is to find somebody locally to do the billing. But for this coming fiscal year season, it's being billed under the existing contract with Community Services, right, in a nutshell. But one of the objectives is to figure out a better way to do the billing and to do it locally. We do absolutely know that the city's not gonna do it. So as a result, we have to pay someone to do the billing, whereas before the city used to pay for it with their employees.
So who would it be, just like a billing service, is that
You
what?
can have a bookkeeper.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're
Somebody that's
looking at, and what we have to do is look at the best cost and who can do it the most efficient and effectively. So right now, this is the proposed budget. Again, this is based on actually receiving this sum of money, and we're not sure this is what we'll actually receive once it's billed. Okay.
That's what we hope for.
That's what we hope for.
55?
Yes.
Oh.
And And that's
Well, you,
what,
that's,
Well, we hope for 65.
you hope for 65, which is your 100%.
Right,
But, you know, 80%
right.
is what you anticipate you should be able to get at least, so you can
Right.
budget to do, you've got
Right.
to try and plan some things.
What do you get historically?
We were
on
getting,
average?
if you actually look each year,
it was